I'm revealing the #1 mistakes nannies make that could cost them their job. Don't let it happen to you. If we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. Each week, I bring you new videos to help you get better jobs and make more money. Let's dive right into it today. The biggest mistake nannies make is not setting boundaries and expectations from the very beginning. I know it's simple, but it's incredibly important. So what does setting clear boundaries and expectations mean? It means communicating your needs, expectations, and limits clearly and professionally. This means discussing everything like your responsibilities, working hours, compensation, and even specific preferences that have to do with the children. Lots of outdoor time, lots of indoor time, lots of study time, lots of play time. Setting everything up before you start the position. Here's why it's so important. Without expectations and boundaries, you're setting yourself up for misunderstandings and potentially being taken advantage of. For example, you might find yourself working extra hours on the weekend or evenings without overtime pay or a different pay for those hours. You might find yourself taking on extra responsibilities like unloading the dishwasher or taking the garbage out. Imagine this. You start the position and you love the family. They were so nice in the interview, very casual, friendly. They want you to be part of the family. But before you know it, you're doing their laundry, you're prepping their meals, and you're taking out the garbage. This is not an unusual scenario in a nanny position. And it's really important for you to set the expectations and outline your job description and responsibilities before starting that position so that the jobs and the duties do not pile up. To avoid this happening to you, really the best way is before you start making sure you have a contract or an agreement in place in writing that you both signed and agreed to. It doesn't have to be super formal. It does have to lay out your hours, the days you work, the pay you're making, and the job responsibilities. Things like sick days, vacation days, all of that can be in there. The best place I know to do that if you don't have a nanny agency helping you or a contract you've used before, Laura Brawley has a contract called A to Z contracts, I believe, and I think it's about $45 US, and it covers everything. You don't have to use everything in her contract. What you do have to do is delete the sections that don't pertain to you. She gives it all to you so then you can work back from there. Don't be afraid to have these conversations with the family before you start about a contract. I know that it's uncomfortable at first, and I know advocating for yourself and standing up for yourself can be a really tricky situation. Remember, setting boundaries doesn't mean you're difficult. It does make you professional. Here are a few tips to help you set those clear boundaries before you start your next position. #1, create a contract. We just went over that. That's the easiest first thing you should be doing. There's a couple of free ones online. I'll link everything down below so that you can go to the couple of nanny contracts I know, both paid and free. Nanny Council has one as well. You can go there, download the contracts, print them out, and have a guideline of what you'd like to talk to the parents about. #2, have open and honest communication. That means don't hold anything in. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you don't want to take out the garbage, or they're coming home late half an hour every day and you're not being compensated for that time, you need to talk to them immediately. These things tend to build if we're not honest and open in our communication. And before you know it, you'll be quitting that job or potentially getting fired because you have not communicated your expectations and needs to the family. So start with open and honest communication. And #3 is schedule regular check-ins. Often families are not good at this. They're too busy or they don't have time to talk to you. Make sure you're scheduling these once a week, once a month, once a quarter, whatever it is, depending on your needs and the relationship you have with the family. A couple of tips there. Always make sure you do these meetings during your working hours. It's great if the children aren't around, if they can sit in front of a movie, be out in the backyard and playing, because you want to have an honest communication with the parents, and sometimes the children do not need to be hearing those conversations. So try and have a meeting where you sit down and talk about everything that's been going on with the children children any things that they need from you that aren't happening, any things you need from them, so that you can keep the relationship strong for the long term. Not setting clear boundaries from the beginning can lead to miscommunication, burnout, and misunderstandings with the family you work for. Being proactive and clear with your employer from the beginning can help you maintain a positive work environment. And who doesn't want that? Everyone wants a happy, positive work environment. The number one mistake new nannies make is not setting clear boundaries from the beginning. Trust me when I tell you, if you set out boundaries and expectations from the beginning, you will create more trust in the relationship and have a more happy and positive work environment. If you found today's video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe and share it with any of your nanny friends that could use this advice. Comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see in one of our future videos. Have a great week.